So, hello people. There is also a topic in harmony that I remember this now by analyzing this last theme of the Wagner, and it has to do with the question how you put your music forward, how you start a phrase that is not the first phrase of your music, and after you learn the basic principle between perfect cadence and half cadence, okay, the cadence on the dominant, for example, and this suggestion is it's also very effective for improvisation, because the moment that you play these chords, I think you will have already a good idea for how it goes forward in your music. So the first suggestion or commonplace, so to say, that's actually a commonplace, is when you have, for example, you have in E minor a half cadence on E major, yeah, and now you want to of course the basic a basic way to continue this is to come back to E minor, of course, but I wanted to give some other idea, and that's very typical in Baroque music, for example, that you begin then the next phrase with a dominant second chord, okay? So for example, then you have your perfect cadence, then again the half cadence. Second chord. Etc. Okay, then you notice how this chord has a very good it has the power to move things forward, because it's a very incomplete chord, and in recitatives, etc., there is a lot of this, but although that's a Baroque commonplace and cliché maybe, people don't talk so much about this, and it may help you in other styles also, if you are composing tonal music, okay, principally if you are improvising. This has familiarity with then a second suggestion, or I would not call this a rule, but a second tip of composition in such very familiar situations. Then it would be like this. So I will try the similar thing. A phrase in an harmonica phrase in E minor. Then the alteration. The alteration to a diminished chords in this style, for example, would be the most common, but I mean any alteration of the chord principally from minor to major. So let me see. Okay, I needed to give an example for another style. So here in this case, what works in a more romantic style is that your minor chord becomes a major chord, and but it's all these suggestions, they have the key element that you begin the next phrase with the chord in which you ended the last one, and you do some small alteration on this chord. Okay, so for example, so here in this case I altered the sixth, the fifth, and it becomes a sixth. It becomes a F major. That's E minor, and then you have the first inversion of F major here, because the fifth is not E but is F. Okay, that is an idea, but also another kind of alteration may work. The more typish is the diminishing one. Yeah. That's okay. Fuck it up. Then also works. The A minor is now a dominant chord, for example, in the next phrase. Let me do better. Okay, my examples, my improvisations were, as I am giving examples, are still not so inspired, because I need to focus exactly on the main concept that and for you understand. But can you perceive how powerful is already this suggestion? You can practice a lot of I mean, you can practice many preliminary exercises to improvisation in this sense. Okay, you just improvise some phrase that is a cadence or a half cadence, and then the next chord you take from the last one, and you do some alteration. That this is not exactly a suggestion like how to do a songwriting with just 3 chords or something like that. Understand? That's really a consistent suggestion. Is really how a composer works. The composer work and the composers work, and it's an interesting thing, because I don't see this in books of harmony. It's funny. You have Schoenberg wrote a lot, but Yeah, he has this exercise, his how it's called, structures for composers, so such forms, harmonical phrases that okay, where the student can maybe learn this, and you have some exercise of the Hindemith where you can see some phrasal, some structure between phrases. You understand, harmonical phrases, and the Schoenberg also has some exercise on chord harmonization. But he don't speaks precisely about this, okay, and I am speaking about the most famous authors, and there is many I have many other books there where maybe you can find something about this, but not so like a clear resume. There is a lot was spoken about which is the property of a sixth chord or a second chord. Okay, a second chord is good for this, and the sixth chord is good for this. Then you can maybe relate it to this, what I am suggesting now. But systematically, like that, this suggestion to take the chord of the last phrase and do an alteration to it. I didn't read this, but I hope it's also effective for you, because for me it is. It's also still not the only way of doing things, of course, but it has an incredible power of motivation forward. It gives always some kind of surprise, but anyway you still can know where you are going, at least with these most elementary examples. You can do more unexpected alterations to the chord. For example, let me see how crazy it can be.